Greetings! It's my mom's birthday tomorrow. Well, it's my mom's birthday today, but I'm going home tomorrow. So I'm making her a cake. Chocolate cake with brown sugar icing is the plan because that's her favorite kind of cake and favorite kind of icing. And it's up there with mine too, so that's the plan. Let's get to it. Okay, here we go. Got softened butter. It was room temperature and it looked like it was still a little bit hard, so I just stuck it in the microwave for a couple minutes. What am I doing? Okay. I'm not looking at I'm looking at the instructions. Perhaps I should have looked at the instructions first. Okay. Anyway, that was how much butter? 3/4 of a cup. And now I want 2 cups of sugar. Oh, my sugar is a little bit lumpy. It's okay. It'll all be okay. And I've got the oven preheating to 350. This isn't a special recipe. It's just, oh wait, was that 1 or 2? I think that was 2. Okay, that looks like 1 cup, not 1.5. I lost track. I can't count to 4. Okay, 2 cups of sugar. Now I'm going to get the sugar out of my way. Okay. I hope I didn't put an extra 1/4 cup of sugar in there. I guess in hindsight, what I could have done is play the video back, but I didn't think about that, did I? Normally creaming butter and sugar together is more of a cookie thing than a cake thing, but it's easier to mix this way. Let's be real. I'm going to go for ease or anything else. Okay. Recipe calls for 3 eggs, but as usual, I'm using up my egg whites that have a tiny bit of egg yolk in them because I can't separate eggs very well. So, that was 4 egg egg whites. No, the math doesn't quite math on that, but it's close enough. Okay, yeah, butter and sugar are like the best combination ever. What am I doing now? Why am I even bothering to I don't know why I'm bothering with the instructions on the ingredients. Okay, I'm just gonna put the vanilla in now. Usually you put vanilla in last, but we're kind of doing wet ingredients today. 2 teaspoons. That's probably a little more than 2 teaspoons. Vanilla's like garlic. You just kind of freestyle it. Add however much you like. Dimash played concerts in Kazakhstan the last 2 days. My friend video called me from the concert, which was nice, but maybe I did cry. Okay. Calls for 1.5 cup. Actually, I'm gonna put the cocoa in now. Okay. I want 3/4 of a cup of cocoa. What's happening with my half a cup? 3/4. I have little scoopers in like every single dry ingredient, and none of them. Well, I guess some of them are proper measure. My sugar is half a cup. But this way I don't need to put my clean stuff inside of the cups. Or if it's dirty, if I happen to have already used it in the recipe. Oh, cocoa gas. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna put the cocoa away. Now, mixy. I've got more cocoa gas happening. Basically, my plan is to just go until I don't really have a plan. I'm mixing ingredients together. How complicated does it have to be? But at least at this phase, I don't really need to worry about over mixing it because the flour's not in yet. Yeah, I haven't actually looked at set lists or like live streams or anything, but I don't think that he's singing No at concerts anymore, which is sad because that's my favorite song. It's what I happen to be listening to right now. But she called me during Autumn Strong both times. I cried because, yeah, I'm still hoping that I'll be able to go to the next concert I have a ticket for. I did get a ticket for one, but how much milk am I putting in? 1.5 cups. Okay, that's 3/4. This is soy milk because I don't drink milk, and regular milk spoils way too fast. I don't really like it, so soy milk it is. Keep it at room temperature until it's opened, and that just makes life that much easier. I may need another one though. This looks like fudge. Yes. I haven't made fudge in a long time. I put a good recipe for Irish cream fudge. One time I brought it into work on a night shift, and somebody came in the morning and literally took an entire plate, like a plate the size of this bowl, just for herself. It's like, I kind of brought that for like multiple people to share, but whatever. You do you. And yeah, the last thing I brought to work was those rhubarb cheesecake bars. And they've been sitting out all night, so night staff just threw the rest away, which is fine, whatever, food safety. Yeah, she rolled in the morning and was mad that they'd thrown it away because Kelsey brought some baked goods. Sucks to suck if you're not there on the evening shift. I'm actually, why bother using your teaspoons when, okay, I've got way too much salt. I actually took my teaspoons out, so I'm actually going to use them. Sorry, I'm pouring salt back into the container, which you can't see. Still have not quite figured out the framing thing yet. Okay, salt. This looks good. Don't expect wonderful things with the icing because, well, it tastes wonderful, but I do not do the decorated, fancy looking cakes. Cakes are for eating, not just for looking at. Okay. Yeah, cakes are for eating, not for looking at, and I want my cake to taste good, and fondant tastes freaking gross, like yuck. So, do I want to put all this milk in now? Not really. I kind of want to hold off until I've got some. Let's just put that much in. Holding off until what? Until I've got some flour on board. Yeah, I would rather have my cake taste good than look good, so it'll look fine. I just don't have fancy schmancy and also gross tasting dressing on it. I seriously just said dressing, not icing. Okay, what am I doing now? It doesn't help to not do this in order when then you lose track of what you put in. Okay, I've got everything in except for the flour, baking powder, baking soda. It helps to put things away as I go, so I don't lose track. Okay. 2 cups of flour. I'm probably not going to write this in the description because it's from a recipe book. I don't know if it's allowed with copyright. Not that I really have a big enough channel for, copyright strikes, but copyright issues, but just in case. I'm gonna put something that I know is copyrighted. Just find yourself a standard chocolate cake recipe, or try to pick out the directions in this. Wait, that was just 1 cup of flour. Oh my god, why did I close the flour? I'm not very organized today. Okay, let's mix. Yeah, struggling hard. Okay, I don't need that mixed in super well. Just enough. We're gonna call that enough. Okay. I think it's because I'm trying to talk. Wait, did I put 2 cups in? I might have put 2 cups in. I think it. Let me see. I think I put 2 in. Okay. Yeah. Trying to talk while I'm doing things with ingredients. I don't make this recipe often enough to have it basically memorized. We're gonna call that 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder. How much baking soda? 1 teaspoon. Whoops. Okay, there's half. Well, that's not half. I'm making a mess is what I'm doing right now. Okay. Sorry if that was noisy. I'm holding the baking soda in my hand and trying to put the baking powder lid on it like an idiot. Okay. I'm sure that I put 2 cups of flour in there. Judging by the thickness. First the milk. And then I'm done. Okay. I might have slightly overmixed the flour. Well, it'll be fine. Doesn't need to look good as long as it tastes good. Alright. Yeah, I don't have my mom's recipe for chocolate cake. Could find it easily enough, but this one does well enough. It's from one of those like standard cookbooks, all the basics. Well, I'm over mixing this. I say basics, but it's like a couple 100 pages long. So, no more than the basics. It's like one of those cookbooks that should be like all you need unless you bake a lot or something. I'll just pull it out. Meh. Okay, no. Let's try this. One of these. I can't tell what's sitting frame. I'm just sweating. Okay. Back down. Now, trusty 9x13 pan. It's already greased. I definitely put both things of flour in. Key. Good thing I didn't panic and put more in. I came close, but not quite. I should use a spatula for this, but half the joy of baking is eating the leftover batter out of the bowl. So, yeah. It's not all going to end up in the pan because some of it's going to end up in my stomach. Also, I'm not going to be able to slice this and show you a piece, but it'll look like a piece of chocolate cake. Maybe I'll low-key try to get a picture at my parents' house tomorrow. But it's going to look like a piece of cake. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to need the rest of that. I have yet to get salmonella, so I'm just going to continue doing this. I love how they even try to take raw flour out of my hands. Pry the raw flour and the cookie dough out of my cold dead hands. And the cake batter, which is a little bit lumpy, but it'll be fine. It's all fine. Okay, I'm gonna pop that in the oven. Oh shit, I closed the cookbook. How long? Cakes. This is normally I'm a little bit more organized baking. This is slightly ridiculous. Okay, I'm baking that at 350 for why can't I find it? 35 to 40 or 8-inch. Okay. Huh? Why do 8-inch pans and a 9 by 13 pan have the same amount of baking time? It's a mystery. Okay. How long was it? 30 to 35 to 40 minutes. I'll be back. Okay, so the cake's done, and I noticed this thing where this side is much higher than this side. You see this way? So yeah, that is my level that you see in the background. I'll be getting to that. So I don't know how long it's been like that, but okay, got my tripod still hooked up and I'm lazy. This is how far off level my oven is. So yeah, I'm gonna need to sort that out at some point, but it's not gonna be today. Today I'm going to make some icing. All right. Turns out that the cake's not actually done, so I popped that back in the oven. I'm gonna set a 5-minute timer because otherwise I'm gonna forget that I put it back in the oven. I should probably have checked when I first took it out, but I didn't do that. What am I doing now? I'm making icing, which means turning this burner on. Okay. This is some butter. I need my phone to find out how much. I'll be right back. Half a cup of butter. I just had it sitting on the words on the burner while the oven was on, so it's already melted, which is convenient. And now a cup of packed brown sugar. Measure is a quarter, add a half. I'm still struggling today, apparently. The brown sugar is looking a little bit iffy. Okay, it's supposed to be packed, so we're just going to put that much in. Now, word. Let these melt together and come to a boil. Just going to take a little bit, hopefully not too long because the butter is already warm. Oops. Some butter flying. Stir, stir, stir. This is going to be a minute, so I'm not going to talk. I'm just going to let it go. I think that's been 2 minutes. No, I think I'm supposed to remove it from heat and then put milk in. Oh no, just add. Okay. Adding a quarter cup of milk. It's a really nice, like super buttery, kind of caramelly icing. It's a good time. Who needs chocolate icing? For a second, I thought the milk had curdled, but it's just the bubbles. Now I'm letting the milk boil for a minute here. Oh, right, I think the cake's done now. Right, I'm doing too many things at once. Just gonna turn the heat off. Okay. Clean. Good to go. Okay. I'm gonna take this off the heat and then let it cool down until I can hold my hand on the bottom of the pot. So I have no idea what kind of time frame that is. I just check it every so often. And the cake's done now, so hopefully by the time the cake is cool enough to ice, this will be good to go. I'll be back. Okay, it's been some time. I can hold my hand on the bottom of the pot. The cake could also be a little bit cooler, but I'm just going to do the icing now anyway. Stir, stir. It smells good. It smells like caramel. Okay, now 2 cups of, sorry, I'm just crashing around. 2 cups of icing sugar. Ah, well, that happened. Okay. That's 1. You're not having a good time unless you make a mess, right? Right. Icing sugar. Should probably mix this in gradually now that I think about it. I haven't made icing in a while. Out of practice. I think the last time I made this icing was for my birthday last year when I made a spice cake. Usually carrot cake is my go-to for my birthday, but last year I think I didn't feel like grating up carrots. So, and I kind of forgot that I have a food processor now, which makes it so much easier. Because grating carrots is the worst. Mom often made us carrot cake when we were kids. This icing sugar is really lumpy. But we'd have to grate up the carrots, and it was the worst job. I hated it. Yeah, food processor makes life so much easier. I've actually got enough carrots in my freezer right now for carrot cake. Why is this icing sugar so lumpy, though? Okay. Also, I hurt my arm at work the other day. Well, it hurt my right shoulder. And it hurts to stir. It hurts to do almost anything, but stirring is up there. I might have put in too much icing sugar. Hey, it should be quite thick. It needs to be just enough to be spreadable. Crash, crash, crash. Okay. I think that the lump situation has toned down. Oh my god, that hurts my shoulder. Okay. Now. There's a lot of crashing noises happening here. Wow, this cake looks like purple on the beef funny. I promise it's regular cake color. I kind of need a spatula. Spatula. Okay. This could be a bit thinner. But as long as it doesn't disrupt the top of the cake, everything is fine. Look at that. Yum. I feel like I'm under so much pressure right now. this makes enough for a pretty good thick layer. I say as the layer looks so incredibly thin. No, it makes a good amount of icing, I promise. Promise. Just because it's a bit thick so it doesn't spread as nice. Oh my god, my shoulder hurts. Why? Why? I should have put a little bit less icing sugar in because it's a little too thick. But it's fine. This might be a dessert I make that my nieces and nephews will actually eat. So usually I bring like cheesecake or something home for dessert for Christmas. And the kids never eat it because they're not old enough to know better. I'll bring cheesecake home and they'll just have ice cream. Whatever. Speaking of, I've got a good recipe for Irish cream cheesecake too. Now that I've already talked about Irish cream fudge. Okay, it's really thick right here. I should have made it a bit thinner. It's a little tricky to spread. But it's alright. Everything's alright. I could have added milk to it. That would just be too much effort, wouldn't it? My oldest niece is 13, so maybe soon she'll have life figured out. You know, clearly a 13-year-old girl's gonna have her life figured out. Oh my god. When I was 13, I sure did not have my life figured out. But I did like to bake, and I was not only eating ice cream for snacks. I probably would have been making this icing when I was 13. I've been making this one for a long time. Okay. That noise. I could make it look a little bit prettier, but I don't really care. It'll be fine. As I continue to fiddle with it to try and make it look prettier. And I'm just trying to smooth it out. Alright, there we go. All done. See if you can get a side view with icing. That's as close as I can get to showing you a piece. Maybe I'll take a picture tomorrow. But anyway, it'll be a good time. So that's that. Farewell. Between 7 kids and 7 adults, we went through a lot of cake. But there's just enough for me to have 2 pieces. So anyway, don't mind me using the handheld camera because I'm too lazy to get my tripod out. So this is what it looks like sliced. Hopefully it'll actually focus. I don't think it's actually focusing. And the only, well, the best way to have this cake, or really any cake in general, is to cut it in half and put some whipping cream on it. Not whipped cream, not ice cream, whipping cream. So I don't like a whole lot, as I put a whole lot on. You can put with bad aim. So whipping cream on cake. It's going to be a good time, and I'm going to have cake for breakfast. Farewell.